Hey, yo, Ren, turn that up.
Good Cowboy Nation, it's Badnewz Cowboy coming at you with another video. Like I said, I'm trying to get back consistent, trying to get back on my grizzy. So yeah, we're coming to you today with another film session review, or film session reaction. Trying to see what Voch thinks on as far as his analysis on J.C. Horn. I really haven't did any digging in any film on him personally yet. The only corners that I looked at personally is Patrick Surtain, Caleb Farley, and Kelvin Joseph. Those are the only three corners that I looked at. So this is gonna be like something new, and then I'm definitely after this I'm gonna have to do my own research on J.C. Horn. I've been hearing a lot of people in the community saying he's a good corner, he's very aggressive. So let's see what this film session is about. I'm definitely gonna have to do a film session on my own just to see what's his flaws and stuff. But I'm pretty sure Voch, he's basically the GOAT of film sessions. So, I'm pretty sure he probably highlights some of his flaws and some of his upsides as well too. So let's get straight into the video. And this is my first time watching this, so we're watching this together. So let's get into it.
Meet your next pillow. Why do we make our pillow in the shape of a cube?
See no ads.
I'll tell you.
Let me throw them out of here.
This is your daily reminder that male hygiene is super gonna need. Voch. Tricky nowadays deal with that problem. Grooming and hygiene is more than to help us stay trimmer than physiology. Bag which you think man should be on. Go to man see
Speed, strength, ass whoop. Let's get into it.
Let's turn these breadcrumbs to a hedge fund. As Voch Lombardi, we're taking a look at J.C. Horn today. If you wanted to see this earlier, then you should have been in my Patreon back in December when we first
Y'all join Voch's Patreon.
We drop film early. We drop more film. And, we just drop longer film. So go over there and check out patreon.com/Voch Lombardi and get my full catalog of stuff over there. Appreciate y'all for doing that. Let's talk about J.C. Horn today. Now, when we're talking about corners in this class in particular, it's really heavy at the top, in my opinion, and then it's really heavy in day two. So what we got to do to separate these guys, they're all good. They're all, they all got size. They can run. They got relative length. What we got to do is we got to separate these guys with nuance and technique. And
I'm going to pause the video. That's what I peeped in this cornerback class, too. It's a lot of cornerback talent. Just if we don't go cornerback in the first round, I wouldn't worry for real. That's a lot of quarterback talent. I think you can get a solid, decent corner in the second or third round. To be honest, might be a little developmental project, but I don't think no corner in this draft is like a for sure thing for real. I mean, all of them are very talented in their own ways, and they all have like unique play styles. So it's just basically on what your team wants to do. So Voch does have a point with that.
Tangible stuff, right? I think J.C. Horn has the nuance, technique, and intangible stuff that can really put him over the edge when we're talking about these guys, right? I'm not one of these people out here talking about, hey, you think we can get J.C. Horn at like 15 or something? I think J.C. Horn is like up there with the rest of them. If you've been following me, then you know where I'm at on J.C. Horn. I'm not going to tell y'all how to feel about him or whatnot. But let me just run this play, then we'll come back and talk about it. J.C. Horn down bottom. This is going to be, first of all, one of my favorite plays from J.C. Horn, and it's going to be a good identifying play to just kind of tell you the type of player that he is.
Physical at the
now,
point of attack.
First problem here. Auburn thought it was a good idea to just throw the ball at J.C. Horn all day, just to like try him. That wasn't the greatest idea in the world. Seth Williams got one big play on J.C. Horn early in the game. And I don't think JC liked how Seth got up and talked to him after he made that big play.
When it comes to trimming your balls, always use the right tool.
While the ass playing, I mean, so far off that first play, I really didn't get that big of a, reaction for it. I feel like anybody can do that. If the ball's played up in the air, any decent corner can do that. I'm not going to say anybody, but any decent corner can do that. So I'm going to have to see a little bit something more. Or let's see how Voch breaks it down.
Illuminati, the YouTube Illuminati, they like to hit me for like showing big plays and stuff.
I mean,
so I'm not gonna show
play,
it.
I don't know about y'all. That play didn't really,
Horn, Auburn, South Carolina,
jump
big
off
play.
my screen for real. So,
but ever since that one play,
let's see what Voch.
Seth Williams was able to do nothing with J.C. Horn. Take a look at this play here. We already showed it. Let's kind of break it down a little bit. First of all, they're going to try JC, which ain't good for your health. JC is going to open up his hips to the outside. He's going to get his eyes in the backfield, showing that he has confidence playing deep like this. He has control. Then he's going to find the football in the air. He's going to find his receiver. Then he's going to find the football again. This is the impressive part. Now he's looking for the football over his left shoulder. But he has that natural football thing in him where he understands that he has to look over his opposite shoulder to make this play. So he does that. He flips his head and looks over his right shoulder at that point. Then he naturally just makes this play on the football. We talked about it.
Yeah, that's why I watched the GOAT, bro. So you just saw how he broke down that whole play, and just basically just off looking at it like in regular time, I couldn't really tell anything. But when he slowed it down like that and he broke the play down, you know, he does have some points. He did flip his hips. He turned his head towards the ball. He tried to track the ball. He tried to make a play on the ball. So I mean, yeah, that is a good play. I mean, you know, at first just watching it in real time, I was, just did regular corner things. But when you break it down and really watch the film, that's why it's just not good to watch highlights or just watch the play one time. Actually go back and rewind it and stuff. And then here are other people's opinions. Just, you know, not saying you have to go to Voch or anybody else that breaks down film. You know, develop your own opinion of the player, and then develop your own opinion of the player, and then go out and look at other people's point of views, and then that's how you can come up with a good analysis of the player.
Cat a couple weeks ago, we're not going to say his name necessarily, but you could be super athlete, but if you don't have control, if you don't have patience, some of that intangible dog in you, if you ain't got ball skills, then you're going to have a hard time in the league in situations like this, right? How many times have y'all seen Aaron Rodgers just eat dudes up with like ball placement and just back shouldering and stuff like that? It happens all the time. But JC, not only is he big, long, fast dude that can run, but he has all this extra stuff in him that's really fun to watch. Plus, I don't think he likes Seth Williams for this game. So let's just keep watching some JC Horn film. He is a dog. He will compete. He will pop up on the left side of your screen and continue to beat the hell out of Seth Williams. It ain't fun. JC Horn down bottom. He is a dog and he will compete. You understand? Now, you kind of saw a little something in this that we're going to talk about a little bit later. We'll talk about it a little bit later. But just the man cover ability, the patience here, the physicality, the finishing on the end of the route. You can't not watch JC Horn film and not walk away thinking that this dude is incredible and this dude is in one of the top corners in this draft. I mean, it's just so natural for him. It's just so fluent to it.
That was a good play. It looks like he was just a little grabby. I mean, I wonder how they will call that in the league. That's what you got to consider when you're watching film too. You know, you got to think of how they're playing and, you know, how they will play, how they will call it in the league. So, you know, that was a good play though. Good play on the ball, you know, good instincts by him.
It looks like he's been playing cornerback for 30 years. And he's not that old, but just look at your guy, man. What are we doing? JC Horn up top, and I'm just saying this to let y'all know that the dude that he's going up against, Seth Williams ain't no scrub. Like, he ain't like, you know, he ain't like Jamar Chase or nothing, but he ain't no scrub. Like, he is an NFL talent. He's coming out in the draft this year. Like, JC Horn beat up on, he took it personal. I think that's the biggest takeaway from this game today, right? JC Horn took all this stuff personal.
So he
beat the hell out of Seth Williams. JC Horn down bottom, it's the last one. Terrorizing Seth Williams. You know what I'm saying? Just making it a very uncomfortable day in man coverage for him. Okay, I know I said the last play was going to be the last play, but look,
I like
JC
him because
Horn
he
up
plays
top
man
versus
too.
It's just so incredible how competitive JC got after that little bit of trash talk, right? After that one big play Seth Williams had, JC just took it so personal. And in front of this dude, mama and his family and his friends, he just terrorizing this dude. It was lovely to watch. So now take a look at where JC Horn's lined up right here now, right? So I think that he followed this one receiver from Vanderbilt around. It's probably their best guy, I'm assuming. Like, he followed them around or whatever. So if you get JC in the league, and I'm assuming he's going to be a guy that's going to follow the best receiver. I like it. That just means JC can play inside and outside. But you get the same results from him, right? And plus, something else I think is important too. I think nickel corners need to get bigger because slot receivers are getting bigger. We're going to have that conversation one day. But First of all, JC Horn can play outside. I just don't want y'all to like mix my words up. JC is a number one corner in my opinion. I just think he can play everywhere if he had to follow somebody. Let me just clear that up. But JC Horn, whether he's playing outside or inside, he's going to be terrorizing people from whatever spot he ends up playing at. Good coverage. Here's another example. So we got one more play here. JC Horn following around Buddy with the long dreads. I will stop and Google his name, but we ain't watching film on you, dog. So wait your turn. But we're gonna watch JC Horn here, and I think JC is gonna be a really good goal line corner,
Yes.
because
All right.
his physical.
Okay, so that play did it for me right there. All right, let's watch it.
His competitiveness, and
See
the
how he
fact that he
breaks down.
has ball skills, right? Those are the three things that you need to
Getting his
win.
head towards the ball. That's just
check
getting his
this
hands
out.
on the ball,
How
bro.
much
That's
money did
all
you
I
make before
care
working
about,
here?
bro. That's all I want our corners to do. I don't want Diggs to be the only Diggs and Wilson, basically the only people on our secondary that just make plays and get their hands on the ball. If this dude can come in and do this, this would, you know what I'm saying?
Especially one-on-one
excited for
situations,
this
you know,
pick.
in the goal line versus big receivers.
Don't know if I
Being
want him
a
at
big
10
corner
yet, though.
like this, it just gives a little more versatility to JC Horn. Something else I like too. Watch this punch here. Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
boom.
he's
I love
physical.
these long arms.
That's why
man.
I
You
was
see what
hearing
I'm
a lot
saying?
too. He's
Love
like
these- I love
physical
the
and a
length of his
dog.
arms. Then he's gonna get into his
redirect them.
coverage right here.
Yeah.
Just good stuff, man. Good stuff. Let's take a look at this JC down bottom.
See on
I
Kyle
know
Pitts.
people were waiting on me to address this part of the film session. I was just waiting till the end before I really got a chance to do it there. I know y'all saw it earlier. Look at that. Look at this mess.
Yeah, that's
y'all saw.
that's why I kind of saw on that previous play that he was that he showed. He was kind of grabby on that one too. So you know, that's some. It's not something that to be concerned about because I mean, grabbiness. That's something you can coach out of somebody and you can do drill work and just developing a better technique and trusting his technique. He can get better just doing that. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that. But so far he's pretty solid.
Saw it in the film earlier, but it's gonna be a lot of laundry, or just rather at this point in his career, it was a lot of laundry, right? Just a lot. You know, they like to get him for being grabby. You know what? To be fair, he's a physical dude, man. And in the league, everybody's grabby. Everybody's gonna hold you at some point.
That's kind of
It's
facts.
just that can you learn how to hide it? Can you learn how to harness
Gotta
that
finesse it,
grabby
finesse
type
it.
physicality when you're when you dealing in and out of these routes here. So if anybody has a gripe about JC Horn, it's going to be grabbiness. Here's another example of him. He's covering Kyle Pitts here, actually, which gives you more indication that he's probably just going to follow around the best guys on the team. Here's another situation, just him kind of getting his hands there, just pretty grabby there. Good positioning, good coverage. He just gets hands wrapped around people, right? So here's my whole thing, right? Am I willing to drop a round grade on JC Horn because he's grabby? No. Because I learned a long time ago from this old man named Ephraim, shouts out to him, and he always said, Voch, don't sweat the small stuff. You know what I mean? Impactful words. Don't sweat the small stuff. And what that translates to is you can get mad at JC Horn for being grabby, but let me ask you this. Would you not draft Myles Garrett if he keep jumping off sides?
I never heard that analogy, but I guess he has a point. I wouldn't knock nobody down if they're grabby, but dang, my light just turned off. Gosh, yeesh. Hey man, I'm just getting better day by day. Trying to get better day by day, fellas. But I wouldn't knock nobody down if they're grabby for real. Cause like I said, you could coach that out of somebody, and you know you could easily work on that. So I definitely wouldn't knock. I wouldn't knock him down for that.
What would you
I
do?
think
You
he's
would
just
look at
wrapping it
Myles
up
Garrett
for
and you'd be like, you know what? Myles Garrett is a stud. He just keep
Yeah,
jumping off
somebody's
sides.
good. They're
Let me
good,
fix
then they're
him
good
jumping
for it,
off
for real.
sides
You know what I'm
and we'll be
saying?
good to go. Right? So if you're dealing with JC Horn, fix grabby. In my mind, that's all you got to do.
Fix.
Because you could draft
the
a corner
grabbiness.
that covers worse than him.
That's
He may
facts.
not get as many penalties, but he's worse than him. Now you're drafting backwards. You're hustling backwards. Is that really
Yeah.
what you want to do? I know JC Horn is a grabby individual, but he can cover his ass off. And he got great ball skills, and he's super competitive. great size, all the
I
intangible
do want some
stuff.
more dogs on this team.
What's
I
the
want
problem though,
some
Voch? He's grabby.
some
Okay, cool. Let's
dogs
fix
like
grabby
go out there and,
and let's
just
just go
ball
from there.
hard, bro.
Let's fix grabby and let's go from there. If you watching Pat Mahomes, you're like, well,
That's
Pat
basically
Mahomes
what I was
got,
saying. Just
got
fix the
bad mechanics.
grabbiness, and then
Sure,
you know
he got bad
everything else will
mechanics.
work out from
Tell
there.
him put his foot right there. Draft Pat Mahomes. Move on with your life. You see what I'm saying? JC's got things to fix, but like Jamar Chase got things to fix. Zach Wilson has things to fix. Penei Sewell.
Every draft prospect, no draft prospect comes out of the college perfect. So every draft prospect has something to fix or they can get better at. Nobody comes out as the perfect player, perfect NFL player, whether it's mental, physical, or just technique wise. You have to work on something. You know, that's just as a man. You know, you just got to get better day by day, and whatever your craft is, you just got to get that better day by day and year by year. So, you know, that's just how life goes in general, though.
Right? Penei Sewell, Michael Parsons, no matter what player in the draft you like.
All right,
they
bro.
all-
I'm gonna end it right here. I think Voch is going off on his his little soliloquies at the end. But if y'all want to check that out, definitely I'm gonna have the link in the description. But this has been Badnewz Cowboy. This was the J.C. Horn reaction to Voch Lombardi's J.C. Horn from South Carolina film session in the 2021 draft, NFL draft. So, you know, if you like videos like this, you know, comment some more Cowboys videos, maybe some low-key Cowboy YouTubers, just like me. If they have some film sessions out there, you know, drop their link in the description, and, you know, I'll react to those too. So, this is just another form of piece of content that I feel like I could switch it up with in the community, give the community something different to watch. You know, I think this is and then in the comments, I just want people to engage their thoughts and, you know, their opinions down there as well too. So, you know, like I said, it's been Badnewz Cowboy, and y'all be easy.